Hi, welcome to the course of information security. Today we'll see an practical approach how an attacker used a password cracking tools to crack the passwords or how they know the password of a particular device. Before starting the video, there is a one disclaimer. This video is made only for the educational purpose. Please don't try these techniques in any of the website or in any of the place where you are not authorized. Okay, so you can do it in your own responsibility. Now the password cracking is a very much common techniques that is used by the attackers. They are trying to steal passwords. So in this video we'll see some of the methods and we see how we can crack the password and what is the meaning of the password available in a Linux machine. So let's start the course. The type of password, if we go to the Kali Linux, yeah, it's opening. So there are a lot of things we have to the Kali provide us to do related to these type of things. Okay, so in any Linux operating system, the one common thing is that the way they are securing the passwords. So where we can see the list of the passwords. So in the etc folder, basically we have passwords kind of thing. If you go to the etc like cd/etc, we simply open it. For opening the thing, we can write maybe you can write the nano command, or you can use some editor, vi editors or some gedit kind of editor, and you can use the cat command also. So there's a password file. I'll try to make it large. How will make it large? I think in a view there's a properties, file preferences, and display font. Where is a font? Anyone knows? General device. View. We'll right click, go to the preferences, and some font is there. You should increase the font. Yeah, this is the font. I'll change the font size so it will be visible, quite visible. Okay. So now I think it is visible. Okay. So as we discussed, simply we write the nano /etc/password. So this file is containing the password of the Linux system. In every Linux system, whether it's Kali, whether it's a normal Linux, or whether it is anything. So you can see the all users name available here, whatever the users you have. So want to make an exploit, as we know the Metasploit table in the last class, we make a exploit for the Metasploit table. So you can go and see the how many roots users are there. Root is one user, Gman is one user, bin, and they are various kind of users and their places also visible here. Okay, X is means their password is not showing here. The password is not kept here, but these devices needed the some passwords. Instead of password, their X is writing over there. So that many users we have in a Kali Linux. In a Metasploit table, a different one. Kali is another user in my machine. Root is another user for my machine. And if somebody get exploitation, so how they can figure out the things. So to open this file, you have to simply write the nano /etc/password. Once you want to be get out from it, simply press Ctrl X. You will be get out from it. And there is another important file that we have to be look for that is shadow. Okay. Shadow is not there. Control X. SHADOW, shadow. We'll see. PD/etc ls. There is no shadow file. These are the default place where the user IDs and passwords are stored. So no one has changed these settings. etc is containing all files. They are common for all. So that is PASSWD password. That is under root etc, and then there is a file. Now shadow file, to open a shadow file you need a root access. We are in the etc, so we have to be open shadow. Yeah, now it's open. So you can see there are a lot of things are available. And if you see, there are various things which are available here, and where is the password, we can see what is the meaning of these dots and the things that we are seeing here. Very first is a username, like TCP dump, use Bings. If asterisk is written over there, that means password is not set it right now. Or you can use the default root password for these things. SSD. So where is who is the root for us? So we'll see where is the root. In the root there is exclamation mark. That means root password is also not set. We are using other user's password, which is default user for us. So first one is a root name, username. Second one is a password field. So we can see the passwords. Okay, so this every dot a colon has a different meaning. So we'll see where is this password is there. Instead of exclamation mark, that means we are using the other user's password. That is a Kali password, because here I'm using Kali password here. I am not set it root. If you set it root, maybe something is written over here in a hash file something. So you can open it. If the hash is written, that means the password is root is set it over there. And the various files I have, but there is no password setting for them. They all are mentioned asterisk for that. MySQL is also using by default Kali's password. It is again exclamation mark here. So if I go down, yeah, I have only one password in the whole system. That is the Kali. After Kali, there's a colon and there is a one hash kind of thing in the entire colon. Okay, this is the encrypted format of my password. So you can see it's a very big string. It's almost impossible to decrypt for the normal user, not for the hackers. Hackers doing this job very much easily. I'll show you how. But first, before that, we understand the meaning of this one. So first one is a username. Second one is a password for your device. So if this is written over there, that means in whole my Kali Linux, I have only one password. That is a Kali for all the things. The third field of the column is tell the last date where last till when I updated this password. So this password is not updated till this version is available to the internet or somewhere else. I am using the default password. So this is the days, how many days back this password is going to be set. So it is set at almost 18878. You see all are 1878, 18878. That means whenever the version appears into the web browser, till now, I am not changing any password. I am using all the default credentials for the same thing. Then after there's a 0, the colon is 0. Okay, it will tell the validation of this password. That means when we have to be, whether it is a valid or we have to be change it or not. So we didn't set anything, it is 0. So we are not required to change. If we are setting 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, then that thing is coming here. At what time period we have to be change it, we have to be updated. And the last, the 999 is a limit. How long we can keep this password. If all 9 is set, that means infinite time. That means there is no time bound setting is there. You can keep this password as long as nobody asks you to change the password. So first one is a username, second one is a password, third one is the days still when the first password is set it, days over or not. Next one is if we are reaching whether we are reaching the deadline to change the password or not. So we are not setting anything, so it is 0. That means we don't need to change. Otherwise, it is somebody people are writing you have 10 days to change it, to have 20 days to change or something remaining. And the next date is a remaining. How many days remains to change? Since all 9 is there, that means no need to change anything. And if our password crosses the limit, then the next field will say how many days are over. If 7 written, that means 7 days. That means it is also not changed. It is by default 7. Otherwise, it will, if we set this 0, then it will, here is a counter kind of thing is happening. It will says how many days you passed something. And then after colon, it will tell how many days you can keep the older password. That means there are some deadline in the bank. If you're not changing a password within after a month, they will send the reminder kind of thing. So that is the thing. It will tell how many days you can keep the old password, and then they continuously send the reminder. OK, and the last colon is reserved for the future purpose. It is not defined. What is the meaning of this one? So we understand the meaning and purpose of the password file. Now we see how to crack this thing. There are various softwares and various things are available. So first we will start the simpler one on the very common platform that we are going to be used. So we'll go to the Kali. If we go to the Kali, there are password cracking, password attack kind of thing is there. In the fifth one, there's a turnover, there's a password attack. So we have some tools, some are using the online thing, some are using the offline thing. OK, so here first we will deal the hashcat command. If you come into there's a one tool that is hashcat. If you see there is a cat kind of symbol is there, that is name is hashcat. It is by default available with the Kali. If you are not using Kali, you are using some different Linux, so you have to install it. Sudo apt-get install hashcat. That is the thing. So once we click on this hashcat, it is starting. OK, so in this hashcat, we can see there are various commands and things available for us. For example, you write the hashcat because we have to understand the meaning and the purpose of these things. What are the options available us? Because in the class time we have a limited time, so we'll discuss some important commands. But whatever commands you have, you just go through it and see through the main. OK, if you go down, there are various tools available. How to do the things. The hashcat will allow us to crack the hashing password. So in things we are in the mathematics we seen there's a hashing. If we perform the hashing MD5 and there are various kind of hashing is already available. OK, so if you do the thing, so nobody can change the password. Even sometimes we say if the password is coming with the salt, that means you are adding some additional thing over there, and so it is difficult to crack. But if you once you learn the subject, you know all these things have no meaning. Only thing that required is that your machine have a capability to do the thing. Definitely the cracking the password and everything, it will take time, but you can crack it. OK, so it depends on your machine power, because the brute force kind of attack we are going to perform. Brute force attack, that means we are trying to run all the possible passwords for the machine and try to crack it. So you see there is, you can crack the hash. If salt is available, you can write 1. That means salt will test things, will check for this one. Okay. These are the characters it is checking through in the whenever password checking. If you are writing question mark L, that means it will check with all small case. If you know the password is containing all small case, you can give L. If you know the password is containing all capital case, you can give U. So if you know the content, what type of things are there, you can reduce your search your search time. Okay. So if you want to perform brute force, you can give 3. So it will try with all the password kind of thing and so many things. Okay. And you see the various password modes, MD5 and SHA1, they are known as very much strong cryptographic algorithm to generate the password. Even the banks are already using the SHA or MD5s. So you see this Hashcat shows if you have MD5, you can just give the 0, they will crack the MD5 password. They have a reverse solution how to crack the MD5. Okay, they have a solution how to crack the HMAC. They have a solution how to crack the SHA. So all the cryptographic or mathematical algorithm is going to be cracked. The only thing is that your machine have that much power. So what type of password you want to be cracked? What type of algorithm? If you know the type of algorithm used in the password making, then it is easier. Otherwise you have to be try for all these things. You try with MD5, SHA1. But if you know the cryptographic algorithm, most of the websites giving this information what type of algorithm they are going to be used. Okay, only the security or secret thing is a key. Nobody tells the key. Rest thing is publicly available. So you see almost all the hashing algorithms are there in the Hashcat module. So you can crack anything, whatever you want. So many things are there. Okay, now we see how we use it. Okay, so once we get out from here, so to perform the Hashcat thing, we need one password kind of thing. We need one password file. Okay, so we create a some password text. So for the password text, either you can create or you can use the default password that is available into the Linux system. That also you can do. Okay, so for the simplicity or simple example, as you know, the my Kali's password and your Kali's password that you can do in a lab time. I'll show the simple example to you. For example, I'll simply give echo -n and I'm taking one password. Suppose I have one keyword password. So first I'll convert this password into MD5. So to convert any tool or text into the MD5, there are in Linux there is a command MD5 sum. So what happened? The echo command is going to display this password to the screen, but this command is taking the MD5 sum. That means this password is going to be converted into the MD5 hashes. Okay, and if you are going to do that thing, you see this is the hash of my keyword, the keyword that I want to be secure. This is suppose this is my password and I want to be secure it. So I can convert this password into the MD5 sum. So this is the MD5 method, MD5 things for me. There is an additional symbol is there that we have to be removed. So that we will do later. Okay, and we will store this password in one file. So we can try to perform the cracking. How we can store this thing into the file? So to storing something, we have this double exclamation double return symbol. So the whatever the output of the file is going to the file. Suppose I create one file hashes. Okay, so my file is going to the hashes, and I know this this is extra symbol, so I have to remove it. So for that purpose, I'll simply call the nano, and my file name is hashes. Go there, and I have to remove this symbol. So for that thing, I have to use read in control O. So I'll be there, able to write, no. I have to be changed. Now I can change it. It does not allow me to write. Why? Control X. Should open this again through the nano or some other editor. Vim is another editor that we can use. And if I press I, I'm in the insert mode. I'll go and remove the extra space and the blank spaces, because my password is not containing anything. It is still here, and press escape and colon WQ is, that means write and quit. The VI editor, we have to write the colon WQ will come out. So now if we see the hashes, that thing is removed. HAS hash s. Whenever we create the hashes, it will added 2-3 additional symbol. That is a one hyphen symbol and 2 blank spaces. So once you create the hash through the MD5, just remove it. So now we have a hash file which is containing the encrypted format of my password. So how we can crack it? So for that thing, we have to use the hashcat function. Hashcat is our function. In that we have to give -m. That means we are using MD5. 0 symbol is for the MD5 mode. Mode is 0. That means we are giving our encryption is through the MD5, and we want to convert all the passwords of the hashes file. My file name is hashes, SAHS. Yes, hashes. So hashcat is starting. You can see it will take time because it has to be revert the MD5 and something. So we'll see whether it is getting the correct password or not. So definitely it is a time consuming process, and the things are coming into the device. Other than this, there are 2-3 different tools are also there. Okay, so this is the one. Since it's a brute force attack, so it is trying to run all the password, because it is not like that, because it doesn't know what is the meaning of this hash. So if you know the MD5 is having 4-5 rounds for the encryption. It will encrypt the keys by transposing them in a row wise and a column wise, and then generate the thing. So it is a longer process, and password taking 8 words, but the encryption is too long. You see that much encryption, length of the encryption is too much. So it has to be convert this thing into the password. It will take time. It is doing something. Right now what we do, we simply create a password, okay, through MD5 sum, and store these password into the hash, and we open the hash and remove 3 blank spaces from the end. One is hyphen, 2 blank spaces, and save that thing. Okay, and then we apply the hash command. The format for hash command is this one, hashcat Here we write na hashcat -m. So if you want to know the meaning of this -m -o, just type man command is for the manual, man and hashcat. So there's a one window will open and it will give the meaning of each and individual commands. What is the meaning of m, what is the meaning of a? Okay, so that thing, this execution of these commands will take time actually. Yeah, segmentation fault is happened. Not enough allocated, our memory is not sufficient to solve the problem. That thing has happened. So we do one thing, we'll try to store these thing into some output file. So to transfer the result in output file, we simply write -o and we give an output.txt. So a password will go to the output file. And this hashish will know the known password list also. I forget one step. This hashish knows the one known password list. So we have to create one known password list. So we do one thing before this. Create one password list. So for example, create the cat password and I write something over there. Suppose I'll write the name of Kali, I write the name of root, I write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then I write the password, the correct one. If I write suppose QWERTY, people are using this type of password 1 2 3 4, and suppose I write some normal password like the user, admin, etc. and Control C. We'll see whether our file is containing passwords or not. So I create a dummy password file. If the memory is limited and we thought it will perform in a timely manner, so we can give a password file also. So what happened? Hashcat will search password. Hashcat will match the hash with these passwords and see whether it is matched or not. So that is a shortcut way we can use. So if I'll go with that hashes, so I can pass this password file. So my password file name is a password. So I'll give this file to the hashes. So hashes is containing the hash that I want to be cracked. Password file is containing the list of possible passwords the people can use it. I'm giving very limited because we want to reduce the search space as per the system's memory. Otherwise, Kali provided default list of passwords containing a huge number of passwords. So that I'll show after this one. So once I run it, again it is going to be start. It's not enough. It is not enough. So I'll try to give an output file for text. You see, if system allows, then only this thing will happen. Not enough allocated device. So somebody please try to run if it's happened in your machine, because these things need a system capability, system power. If a system is that much powerful, because these algorithms take longer memory size and the things. So please try if anyone system is supporting these things. I'll pass the commands if you required. It's containing my hash file. Password is containing dummy password file. There is a problem, the password tracking, because if you convert the MD5 things, so I'll show you there is a one password list that is already present in a Kali. So the name is the file is the user password or Unix password something. I'll see for it. The name is a Unix password, I think. Unix underscore password. There is a default file available into the Kali. To know it, we can write the locate Unix password. Locate is a command to search any file into the operating system. So if you see, there is a file is available Unix password.txt. If you open this file by pressing VI or anything, so I'm using VI or the VIM editor, and I'll copy this whole path and paste it here. So if you open this path file, you see this is a default file. It is containing almost all type of passwords. Admin 123. This is the default because Kali is used meant for that one. So Kali is having all facilities. But if we go with this file now, so it is having how many password? If we see, this file is having, so it need that much capacity of machine. So definitely our machine is not that much capable to solve the things. We try with this also if possible. So there is another tool. We'll discuss this different tool also. Okay, so it's already reaching to 1000, but nothing. 1009 passwords are there. So it is matches with these all hashes and it uses all the possible ways. If you are using any of the password in any machine, please change it, because this is the known password and hackers will try with these type of passwords. Okay, so never keep any password which is listed here, because they are easily crackable. Unix underscore password, or you can search in this place. In a Kali, this is by default available actually. I'll share the
word list or repeat.
So you will definitely get a password list download, password list GitHub. There are 10 million password lists available. So in a GitHub, you can use this password list. So that means these 10 million passwords are vulnerable. But if you want to be merge or check all these passwords, we need a good capacity of a system. Okay, as we seen, we are not able to run this simple command in this our machine due to the limitation of device happening in the same way. Again, we can check the hashcat. We are giving options minus, so we give the -m, that is the hashes, what type of hash we have, and we have to give one number, so we give 0 over there. Okay, and we give -a, that is the attack, what type of attack we are going to perform. So again we have to give the number, and what is the meaning of this number we can see here. So we did almost correct thing, but due to the limitation, if we give 1, we are not giving 1, we are giving 0. So we'll see the meaning of 0. It has different meaning in a different places. Okay, this is the attack mode. In our attack mode, this is the attack mode option. So instead of 0, you can give hash, which is the hash. 0 is for the default one. So the hash crack position hash, we simply give the hex plane. You instead of 0, you try with the either you can give 1 or 4 other options you can give and see. Debug mode is okay. Attack mode 0, we give the attack mode 0, no, it is a straight, we are straight we are giving because the password generate the hashes, so that is fine. We don't have a combination or something. We simply give the straight mode. You can give the 3 also, brute force, so it will try with all the passwords. So instead of 0 you can give 1, 3 and some other options. And we are using MD5 for the hash generation, so that's why we give 10, 0 for MD5. Okay, we are not using other mechanism. So what as per the mechanism we can give the option. So M is 0, okay. In a instead of 0 you can give 3 and see whether it is working or not. And -O is for the output file. So our command and everything is fine. No issue in that. Only thing is that we don't have sufficient memory. So our command is not working. You can try in some other time, but the command is working. Not that is sure. And we see the next one. Next one is a online password cracker. Okay, so if I close it, so that thing is okay. The password part, it's okay. If we go to the Kali Linux and we go for the there is a one more password cracking, password attack. In an online attack, you go there online attack and there is a Hydra. The another tool that we are discussing here, that is a Hydra. Okay, it's an online exploitation tool. So we'll discuss this Hydra.